Next on Worcester News tonight, good deals and good food. Restaurant Week is coming back to Worcester. Plus, record warm temperatures today in the city. A look at how people spent the day outdoors. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. We begin tonight in Charlton, where emergency crews responded to 2 separate crashes, one of them fatal. According to fire officials, one person was killed in a head-on crash on Route 169 Friday afternoon. The driver of the other vehicle was taken to a local hospital. A second crash occurred on Stafford Street around the same time as the first, when a truck went off an embankment. There is no word yet on injuries in that crash. Tonight, a legal expert is weighing in on the investigation in the murder of 27-year-old Vanessa Marcotte. Authorities announced Thursday they have the DNA profile of a person of interest in the case. Anna Maria professor Michael Donnelly says this is a significant step and is a major piece in moving forward in the investigation. Marcotte was killed on a jog in Princeton last August. Professor Donnelly says while some people may think 6 months is a long time, DNA profiling can take time.
Clear that they've done this in the way that they should in terms of methodically gathering the material, not moving quickly to make a blunder, but moving to get to the right information and the right data. And it takes time. You know, we all live in a world of instant DNA analysis on television. You know, it's done in 60 minutes and it's done quickly. It doesn't happen that way.
Anyone with information is asked to call police. Investigators say they have received more than 1,300 tips on a dedicated tip line. Exploring new opportunities to promote U.S. economic development with Cuba. Congressman Jim McGovern says it was the goal of an almost week-long trip he took to the country. McGovern was joined by other legislators on the trip, along with people who work in the biotechnology and medical research fields. He says both President Obama and Raul Castro, who is the president of the Council of State of Cuba, have agreed to begin to change policies. He says they have opened a way for there to be collaboration and business opportunities.
You know, when it comes to biotechnology and medical research, there's no politics and no ideology. It's all about finding cures to diseases. It's breakthrough drugs. You know, and the Cubans have invested a great deal in biotechnology over the years, and we have too.
McGovern says Cubans and Americans have a lot they can learn from each other. Mass State Police and Auburn Police arrest an Oxford man for illegal gun possession. 25-year-old Brian Towns was speeding on Interstate 395 Thursday morning when state police tried to pull him over. Police say Towns took off heading towards Auburn. His car was found in a parking lot. Officers found him walking around Route 20 and stopped him. Police say he was carrying a loaded gun without the proper license. He was arrested and is now facing multiple charges. The number of violent incidents at Worcester Public Schools have dropped significantly over the past year. The school's number of suspensions have decreased by almost 50% in the past year. Both School Safety Director Rob Pizzella and Superintendent Maureen Benenda say safety has been a priority, and they have made many changes like in-school resource officers to ensure safety.
We have clearly concluded that police presence in our schools is definitely a big part of positive school climate. I think it's the leadership of Maureen Benenda. Having been a principal, assistant principal, and coming up through the ranks for over 40 years, she clearly has a first-hand account on how schools are run.
So make a very strategic effort for teachers to have relationships with students, positive relationships with students, to identify when students look like they're upset from the moment they enter the school building.
They say not only have suspension rates dropped, but so have in-school weapon and drug possession. If you're looking to check out the restaurant scene in Worcester, next week may be the best time to go. Worcester Restaurant Week will return starting February 27th through March 11th. Some local restaurants will be offering 3-course meals for one flat rate. The Flying Rhino on Shrewsbury Street says they have created new entrees for the occasion. The owner says it's a great chance for people to get out and explore the city.
It's a great time to go out, help your local independent restaurant out. Get through the end of the winter, even though it feels like spring nowadays, and you get a great deal. We're giving you a great deal for your money.
Menus are posted on Worcester Restaurant Week's Facebook page. Worcester set an all-time high temperature record for the month of February, reaching 69 degrees today. The temperature beat the old record high back in 1985 of 67 degrees. Now one local business is in their busy season. Our Rosalind Flaherty has more.
A long line outside Ernie's Auto Wash in Worcester.
Getting the car washed. We need it. It's spring, or maybe close.
Everybody's getting their car washed for the weekend.
Adam Pelka is Ernie's vice president. He says since the warm temperatures began, they have been very busy, especially at their Grove Street location.
We are happy when we see a line of the cars down there.
He says they are seeing about 500 cars a day and people can expect to wait 20 minutes.
The business picked up. The winter wasn't cooperating with us very well until now. So since a week ago, we are doing relatively good business.
Gary Landgren came through the wash because he couldn't see out his side mirror from all the salt.
Needed it and stopped off on my way to Rhode Island.
Pelka says the car wash business depends on the weather. The best business for him is when there's a lot of salt and the streets begin to dry out.
Sun comes out, getting warmer, then people rushing to get the vehicle clean. When it's cold, snowy, mostly it's not much business.
Mary O'Day says she gets her car washed at Ernie's all the time, but has not seen a line like this.
From the winter, as you know, if you live in New England, it's full of salt. You won't see these people if it's 30 degrees.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Many public parks in the city have been busy the past couple of days with warmer temperatures. Dozens of families were out at Elm Park Friday enjoying the warm weather and the final days of February school vacation. Kids were enjoying the slides and swings. They say it doesn't feel like winter weather.
Enjoy the sun with some friends that are from Worcester, and we wanted to come to Elm Park because we love just being outside and enjoying the weather in February, and we're out just having some fun. Are you having fun?
It's like April vacation.
I'm usually trapped in the house on February vacation.
The weather is perfect. It's warm. We want to get outside. So we've been playground hopping. We were up in Rutland at that playground. We drove down here to this playground to see what's going on and having a great time.
It's really warm out, thankfully, and we get to hang out on a big playground. I like the blue twirly thing.
And Worcester Public Schools are back in session Monday. If you missed getting a chance to be outside today, the warmer temperatures are expected to continue to